was a pool called Bethesda in Jerusalem. Bethesda means house of mercy. There was a time when an angel of the Lord would come down and stir the water. There was a story that the first person to enter the pool at that time would be healed of any illness. Of course, no one knew when the angel would come down and stir the water. So many people were just waiting around there. Additionally, individuals with visual impairments or mobility changes had to compete to enter first. In today's message, there was a person who had been bedridden for 38 years, suffering from an illness. On one holiday, Jesus came here and saw the patient. Looking at his surroundings, Jesus realized that this person had been sick for a long time. The Lord asked, "Do you want to get well?" If you were a patient, you would naturally say, "I want to get well." But this person answered a little strangely, "When the water is stirred, no one puts me into the pool. While I am going, others step into the pool first." Perhaps he didn't know what was important. Like someone whose goal in life is to get into the water first, rather than getting better. Jesus didn't stir the pond for him, nor did he lift him into the pond with moving water. He just said to the sick person, "Pick up your mat and walk." Amazingly, after hearing Jesus' words, the man was able to pick up his mat and walk. But the Bible says that this day was the Sabbath. Some Jews said, "On the Sabbath, you shouldn't carry the mat you are lying on," even though they saw a man who had been unable to move for 38 years walking. The person who was healed couldn't ask back, saying, "Why don't you see my body that has been healed after 38 years?" He was embarrassed by the accusation of breaking the law, so he simply said, "The man who made me well told me to walk." Later, after Jesus met the man again in the temple, he said to him, "Sin no more, so that nothing worse happens to you." Then the healed man went to the Jews and told them that it was Jesus who had healed him. Then the Jews began to harass Jesus, saying that he did not keep the Sabbath law. Everyone, we think that if a miracle happens, many people will believe in Jesus. However, looking at today's message, it doesn't seem to be the case. The person who was healed accused Jesus, and the Jews are angry that Jesus broke the law. John 1 records, "Light comes into the darkness, but the darkness has not overcome it." Perhaps, when Jesus told the healed person, "Do not sin again," wasn't he telling us to follow the Lord, who is the light that overcomes darkness? I hope that all of us who listen to today's message will go beyond experiencing miracles and live a life following Jesus, who is the true light.